Welcome aboard, passengers, Mega Sim, for another Train Simulator Classic video. Big thanks to Dovetail Games for providing us with a free game key to showcase the new route, Leipzig to Dresden. We've done a couple of videos of that already, but we're going to be looking at West Coast Mainline South. Now, I'm not going to do these videos now, but you know, you've got the 377, you've got the 390 Pendolino. We did do that one last year, I think it was, and we've got this 350, and there's some really nice nice trips on this one. Okay, but it mentions in the article that there is a 221 Super Voyager, and you're like, well, where is it? Well, if you go into standard and then find West Coast, there is the West Coast Voyager 221 Super Voyager, driver non-stop Avanti Voyager, service from into London Euston from outside Rugby. So that is what we're going to be doing right now. Hopefully you're all doing well. So we're going to be on a Voyager, which is cool. I do like the Voyager. Hello, driver! You're waiting here for a slow service to clear the line ahead. After that, you should have a clear run non-stop all the way into Euston. Set up the cab ready to move when the signal changes ahead. So let's get started. So if we go to day, we go to that. Yep. Okay, everything should be ready. Let's have a look outside. There we go. Have a nice. Oh no, I don't like that. I'll go for that, but I don't really like it. Oh, we can go now. So it says that we're on the slow line. Don't worry. It says we're on the slow line until Rugby, and then we're on the fast, and then we go non-stop all the way to Euston. Let's up that a little bit. Let's go to nice. That's cool. Here's our first class. Dovetail Games. Got a nice coffee cup there. I'd like one of them. Okay, so we have the speed restrictions, which is great. We can see exactly what's going on. There we go. There was a Pendolino. Can go a bit faster, can't I? There we go. I thought that wasn't going to work then. But no idea what's going on. There's our 125. Let's go. Go via Milton Keynes. There's a 66 up there. That looks cool. That's a good shot there. So we're going 108 miles per hour. It's not too bad, is it? I've only been on this route once and it was pitch black. If you remember, it was last year. Supposed to have taken East Midlands Railway from St Pancras up to Derby or Belper. But because there were the overhead lines were down, they were damaged. Near Bedford, I think it was, or something like that. And because of that, East Midlands was just not running. So I managed to get Pendolino from Euston to Birmingham New Street, and then a cross-country 170 from New Street to Derby. And then Mrs. Megasin picked me up. Need to slow down. So what changes have happened? Well, let's have a look. So the Hamburg Sud and Hamburg Lloyd containers and new freight consists are now here on West Coast Mainline South. Freightliner cranes near Birmingham and a yellow one at Willesden has been added. Platform fixes at Coventry, Milton Keynes, Birmingham New Street. Extra routes on the 221 preloads of London, Brighton, South London, Thameslink and other routes not appropriate. Not sure what that means. Textures to a warehouse brick. All road textures in Cross City. Fix the mixing viaduct textures. Reduce the texture size of one freight containers. Missing sections. Fix DRA being on by default on the 350, so it's now off by default. And localization updates and fixes to all core languages. Yeah, some nice changes there. Because the thing is that with the West Coast Mainline, I never had the issue, but people said that West Coast Mainline, when it first came out, was very, very buggy. It was very intense for your machine. No matter how good your machine was, it just didn't like it. So they did change it quite a bit, and yeah. Now it's on Train Simulator Classic. Let's coast for a bit. So it says we should be getting into Euston at 5 to 9. At night, and still quite bright outside. I don't know what the day is. What's the day? Don't think I can find that out, can I? Is it tilting? Yeah, it is tilting. Remember the 221s that cross country have, they do not tilt, the cross country ones. So yeah, the Avanti West Coast 221s do tilt the Super Voyagers, but the cross country, they switched it off because of maintenance and things and costs. They just would rather it be fixed. And also potential issues with going through stations and things like that. They didn't want to knock it in anyway. Anyway, right. Through Tip Tunnel. Yeah, it's a very short train, isn't it? It'd be nice if that worked. No. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Am I speeding again? Let's go to max power. Yeah, it's a wonderful journey that this has. I would love to do it during the day. I'd love to do it during the day. Avanti West Coast, if you are watching this, you know, if you want to invite me down for a trip on your line, I will gladly oblige. You know, do a bit of train real world. Has to be in first class though. I got to eat on board. It's part of the experience. You know, I have first class tickets every now and again. Oh. Speeding again. Yeah, you know I have a bit of first classage where I can. I enjoy it. So what have we been in? We've been in East Midlands Railway first class. We've been in cross country first class. We've been in LNER first class. I think that's it, isn't it? We haven't been in any other first class, have we? Not that I can think of. Oh! Transpennine Express. Went in them. Went in first class in that one, didn't we? But yeah, that's been pretty much it. That's the Pendolino. But yeah, so we've been in a few different first class cars. I'd like to be in a few more. ScotRail will be a nice one. Great Western. Avanti West Coast, that would be a cool one to do. Boom! I would say Southern, but they don't offer anything. They don't offer any tea or coffee or anything, so no. Got to offer something. Biscuits, cake, tea, more tea. LNER with their hops on board, that's good. That's pretty cool. Oh, we're talking about hops on board. When my dad did come over a few weeks ago, we did drink the hops on board, which he enjoyed. Yeah, it was quite nice. Quite nice having that. That's a good one. Even though I like East Midlands Railway, I do feel, being on the Midland Main Line, I feel disadvantaged compared to the offering that is made on East Coast and West Coast. You know what I mean? It's... I don't know, I feel like I'm missing out. With LNER, with Avanti West Coast, or with Virgin, you know, as we used to have. That's kind of what I liked. And even the West Coast Mainline has London Midland. No, London North Western Railway. Used to be London Midland, London North Western Railway. You know, that is like the slow version, so you can still get to London at a cheaper price. Whereas, for me up here, all I've got is East Midlands Railway. If I want to go from Derby to London St Pancras, or London. If I want to go via Birmingham or Grantham or something like that, yeah, there's a bit of a workaround. We did that with LNER, didn't we? The other week, we did it last year when we had to come via Birmingham, as I said earlier, where we went via Birmingham to get home. But there isn't like two versions of the train coming through, the slow version and the fast version. So yeah, I do feel a little disadvantaged to be on Midland Main Line. It's cool to have London St Pancras. That is amazing to have as my London station. That's what I love. But yeah, well then compared to like others, you know, where you got the Southern Network, Southeastern, Thames Link, Southwest Railway, You know, you got all of them. That can get a bit awkward, can't it? If you think that where I used to live in Bracknell, it used to take an hour from Bracknell to London Waterloo. But from Derby to London St Pancras is an hour and 45 minutes. So it's only 45 minutes more to get down to London from where I am. Whereas when you're in Bracknell, it takes about an hour, hour and a half to get down to London. But from Derby, from where I live, it takes 3.5 hours to get into the centre of London. So, you know, taking the train is quicker. But also, I'm not at the right distance to get a flight. Now, if I was, say, in Manchester, there are flights from Manchester to London, and that would be cool. I would love to try that a couple of times, especially as I know with the CO2 and the emissions and things like that. But at certain times, flights are and were cheaper than taking the train. You know, I remember seeing on the news, you would get people where they would say, "Oh, I'm trying to get from here to here, but if I get a flight via a European city, as long as I have a passport, of course, they were getting to that destination cheaper than if they were to drive, bus, train themselves." And that just sounds stupid, but that's how it goes. Now, at the moment on Network Rail, they have announced over the next couple of weeks half price, or really up to half price off tickets, advanced tickets, and that's really cool. I saw a tweet today saying that £1 million worth has been saved so far since it was launched yesterday, the day before, where people have bought tickets, which is great. Now, I'm due to go up to Sheffield at the beginning of May. I've got one of my customers that wants me to help them up in Sheffield, and I'm probably going to get the train. I know Sheffield is not that far away and I could drive, but I love getting on the train. I love getting on the train, and it's not far. The train station to where his place isn't far at all. So I would probably get the train. Now, I could do some awkward train journey, and I would want to do something awkward, but the simple thing is if I go from Belper, I've got to go Belper to Derby, Derby to Sheffield. But sometimes in the evening there is a train from Sheffield that goes to Belper. It stops at Belper. I've been on it before. So I could try and get that in the evening. But with the customer, I don't know how long it's going to be, because I want to make sure it's all set up and things, but sometimes it's, they want to get in and get out quickly, but they got questions, and something where you expect to be there all day and they're like, "No, I want to go," and you're like, "Well, I've still got half a day." Now, when I did that in York, that was great because I had a couple of hours. I went to the NRM and that was amazing. But in Sheffield, there isn't really anything in Sheffield. But if I try and get an open return, that just allows me to potentially get an earlier train. So I get an early train down up to him, do the install and say, "Yeah, my train's 7:20 at night," or whatever. But then 3:00 he says, "You know what? We're done." And I'll go, "That's fine." And I'll get an earlier train back home. And that's possible. And that could be cross country, it could be anything. EMR, cross country, whatever. It probably will be EMR. But it doesn't cost that much more to go first class. I think when I looked, it was like 14 quid return standard, but it was like 20 odd quid for first class return. Now, I will admit, from Derby to Sheffield isn't long, so you're not going to get a full experience on first class. But I love spending that little bit extra and showing first class. Especially with you guys. You know, because we do standard class a lot. Because, you know, especially when we go to London and things, it's expensive. It is expensive when you are travelling down to London. When you've got a return ticket being like 70 odd quid, but then the first class one being 200, you're like, I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, I can't afford that. Thing is that first class has gone up in price. I used to be able to get a decent first class train ticket that was dirt cheap. It would be like £1 more. Now, it wasn't that long ago. I know it was pre-COVID, but that wasn't that long ago. Where I could get advanced singles up and down. Now it's cheaper just to get an open return. It's cheaper to get that. But when I used to get the advanced singles, they were great. I'd get standard down, first class back. I'd have a nice journey back. Now, a lot of my journeys down to London in first class was kind of pre-YouTube. So I have been on, you know, that quite a few times beforehand. You know, I even went, as I've told you before, in 2019, at the end of 2019, yeah, end of 2019, I did get a first class train on a HST down to London and had a cooked breakfast on board. But that was, I was doing my videos, but I wasn't, and I was with someone, so I couldn't really document a video on that. But now, if I did that again, I would document it. I would, you know, video everything. Now, what's funny is the wife, sometimes she's like, how do you do it? How do you just talk and not get embarrassed? And I was totally open with her. I said, at first, yeah, I was embarrassed. But now I just don't care. I just ramble on, as you know. You know I ramble on talking about different things. But I just ignore it. I just ignore everyone around me and I just do it. Even when I was on that LNER service, and I had those two guys sit next to me, and I was still doing my review on my food and things, and she went, there are two people sitting next to you. The train was full and you were still talking. I went, yep. I still did it. Because I'm used to it. I'm used to doing it. So there's no, like, issue there anymore. Whereas before I'd be like, now it's, welcome aboard passengers, Mega Sim here. Let's go. But yeah, so that's kind of how I do it. That's how I roll. I wonder if there will be a change to Train Simulator Classic to the open screen, or if it's just going to be exactly the same. I'm not sure. Got a London Midland there. Oh, got a bit of a sniffly nose. Have I got toilet roll in here? No. There he goes. So we're going via Watford Junction. What time does it think? Yeah, so it does think we are going to be arriving at 5:02. So once we go past Watford, we'll have a better idea if we are ahead of schedule or behind, of course. I feel there should be more of anti-West Coast pendolinos on this route. I don't know, it doesn't feel like there is enough trains coming through here. Because, you know, we've been on this route. You know, we've done train real worlds, even just outside Manchester. And there are loads and loads of pendolinos coming through, and they all end up at Euston. Every 5 minutes, at least, there should be one coming through. Might be 5 minutes, might be 10 anyway, whatever it is. And we are coming to, you know, some blank space, you know, that's coming through. We want it like Train Sim World too. Like Brighton Mainline, London Commuter, where it's just again, more and more trains coming through. That's what we want to see. Okay, so we've got a 1:15 coming up. It's a freight train. Six. Buckhamstead. Oh. There's another freight there. So yeah, we've got 5 more minutes, 4 more minutes till 4.5 minutes till we get to Watford Junction, and then we'll have a good idea of. So it wants us in at 5:02. Oh look, it's a 377, but it's not any 377. It is a third rail 377. But the pantograph is not up. That's not good, is it? There's a Pendolino. Yeah, I like the stuff that Jeff makes in terms of the trains, the routes. You know, he's got a good eye for different things, and his knowledge is really good as well. Never going to be like that, but I like just novice, you know, amateur kind of going through it. Yeah, a bit of a novice amateur, showcasing train real world, but I believe you like the videos. You know, we get some nice viewage. Sometimes we get more than I'm expecting. You know, when we do ones like not Brighton, London Victoria, they work really well when I go there. Slow down. Yeah, so the last time I was at London Victoria, 7,600 views. So that's not bad. 2.1 thousand for Stuck in Nottingham, and the LNER first class was only 2,300. Which isn't many. It could have been a bit more. You know, I didn't get the revenue for the ticket, if you know what I mean. So I paid extra for the first class bit, and I didn't get that. Didn't get that back in the revenue. But never mind. It kind of all adds up anyway, doesn't it? To help support the channel, keep us going. Right, so here we are at Watford. Right, so 2050. So we are running slightly ahead of schedule. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Thankfully, we haven't hit any signals yet. I don't think we got anything in front of us. We are all clear. If we were going top speed, I don't think we would have any signals stopping us ahead of us. Yeah, that was Watford Junction anyway. Bushy! Start getting back up to 125. There we go. Let's go to power of 50. Maybe 25 because you're not getting any slower. London Overground. If we see London Overground, are we going to see any London Underground? No, we're not. What station is this? Headstone Lane. Bling. Look at that! Harrow Wheelstone! Recognise that station anywhere. As we know, that's on Trainsimwell to Bakerloo Line, Harrow Wheelstone to Elephant and Castle. Yeah, so we got London Underground. Oh, London Underground trains on there. That's one weird thing that I'm... So, on Great Western Express on Trainsimwell, so they're going to be updating it and giving us, you know, extra things and all that. Passenger information screens, new freight contests, things like that. But one of the things is they're going to stick some Bakerloo Line trains at Ealing Broadway. But Bakerloo Line does not go to Ealing Broadway. District and Central Line trains go to Ealing Broadway. So what makes Dovetail think that putting a Bakerloo Line Underground train at Ealing Broadway is going to make sense? Yes, it will fill the space that's empty, but come on. You know, I know the HSD was a bit of a push for London Commuter. Oh. There's Wembley. I know that was a bit of a push. There it is. That's a different Wembley to the Midland Mainline. Was it Midland Mainline? Whatever one it was we were looking at. Yeah, so... Yeah, it is a bit of a push. It is empty space that they're trying to fill, but at the same time, it's not the right train for that route, that destination, that station. Oh, we should be slowing down. Oh man, my eye hurts. My eye's so itchy. Singing eye, itchy, itchy eye. Anyway, oh man, stop it. So yeah, we need to start slowing down a bit. Oh, keep away from that emergency brake. Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Go down to 85. There's the 85. And we'll go down to 80. Queen's Park! Does that mean... Yeah, look, there's the shed. Oh. Have I hit a signal. No, no, leave me alone. Right. Yeah, I had an AWS and I didn't hear it. That's fine. Ah. There we go. Don't know what happened there. So close, but we hit something. Bling. So there's Euston coming up now. It's very dark, isn't it? Times 50. Pendolino. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to arrive into Euston. Just over a mile. There's the Desiros, the Desiros. Siemens Desiros. So what does this mean, this orange bit? Is it like a bit of a ropey bit of track? Be careful. Let me know in the comments, what's that orange bit there? Okay, coming into Euston. Platform 16. Oh, sorry, just going a little too fast there. There's Boris's buses. Boris bus. Don't want to go too fast. Derail. We're over this side. I always thought we would be on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side of the station. London, Euston. Yeah, I don't think they ever go this far up. Avanti stay over this end. London Overground. Do they actually come into here? Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Lets me know that you care. Social media links are in the description below. Big thank you once again to Dovetail Game for providing us with a free game key and also early access. Hopefully you're going to enjoy Train Simulator Classic over the next few days and over the weekend. Let's turn that off. Put the DRA on. Put tail on. There it is, in all its glory. Love it. Right, so we're just waiting for the passengers to load on now. And then we can exit the train. We can just walk off. No, we can't walk off, can we? That's the thing with Train Sim World. It's really nice where you could just get up out of your seat and walk off. With this, you are stuck at your seat and that is it. That's all you get. Why are you coming out here? You should be coming down here, not up here. What's also weird is with Euston, I've always noticed this as well, is that Euston doesn't have ticket barriers. Or I've not seen them. Whenever I go there never is any. Well done, that was a fast run. Scenario complete. What did we get? Oh, please give the author feedback on this scenario. Yes. So, we completed it. There is no points that we received from that. It was just 129 miles. Was it 129? No, that's me in total. Sorry. It's not much, is it? Speeding 10 times. Penalty brakes applied 5 times. Yeah. I enjoyed that. Hopefully you did too. Anyway, we'll see you on the next video. This is Mega Sim out of here. See you soon, guys. Bye.